Oh.
Welcome back to Dragon Coffee.
Oh,
ladies and gentlemen.
did you guys hear that?
Sounds like the bell.
Oh, have you guys been ringing that bell recently?
I heard it.
I'm sure they have.
I've been hearing too many bells.
Dong.
You guys have been a little too crazy.
Yeah, seriously, chill out. Don't touch me!
Welcome to Dragon Coffee.
Drunkum to Dragon Coffee.
Welcome to
Drunkum to Dark and Stoken.
We have been going over classes, and today's class is the Cleric.
And guys, we also have a Fork with us as well. He's going to be a special guest star. Say hello, Fork. There you go. All
He's a
right,
nice
Fork.
guy. He's a nice guy.
Yes.
He's been telling us about his life story.
He really has. What Fork? Yeah.
He's a funny guy.
I really like Fork.
Yeah, Fork is great.
Ah, man, Fork.
Fork!
Fork!
Ah, Fork!
Oh, fork me!
Alright, without us going a little too crazy, we have rolled up a character on tetra-cube.com.
And he is forked up, honestly.
Honestly, this is the greatest site, and we've been having so much fun with it. We'll be toting it out for each time we're doing these balloons.
We're just man-whoring out tetracube.com
because it's really
slash
fun and
D&D.
great. It's really great.
It's really great. Guys, why haven't you... Have you guys clicked on... did we put a link? Maybe we put a link? Yeah, we might as well just put a link. Yeah.
Honestly, why would we not? So, first off, before we get into the Cleric, we're going to go ahead and roll our character, which we already have in front of us. And once we go over exactly what this character is, we'll go over the abilities as we built him.
But before we start, we need you guys to sit down, have some coffee, join us, listen in. This is D&D 105.5e.
Oh yeah, 105.5e.
They love our sultry sweet voice. They know it.
The name of our character is Jama Nalmabar. Nalmabar, right?
Ooh, that sounds like the name of a demon.
We'll just short it out to Jam at the moment.
Jam.
He is a Despater Tiefling, Cleric of the Nature Domain. He is a mercenary veteran.
I don't know what Hellfire means.
We'll find out.
Maybe his type of... I don't know.
Well, I'm sure they'll tell us down below.
Exactly. Down below.
But before we do that, actually, we're not even going to look at those. We'll just go over them as they're going over because those are just taking pieces and put them on the picture. So, he is a farmer. We got another farmer.
Another farmer. I think they really like farmer in this thing. We're going to... I don't know. We're just going to put a background next time because farmer is just too overused right now.
Agreed. Well, we can just make up something else. How about...
Yeah.
All this is a placeholder. Just look at it as a placeholder. No.
Just for my brain, because...
I don't think so. Let me look.
No.
Actually...
Doing generate this occupation?
Yeah,
Laborer. There we go.
Actually, let's do something else. We'll keep going until we like it. Politician.
Ooh, okay.
I like that better.
Let's go with that one. Or bureaucrat. Ooh.
Let's go politician.
Yeah.
All right, so he was a politician. Appearance, he has a braided beard. No, he hasn't. It says braided beard or hair. He can't because he's a tiefling.
Yeah.
He has braided hair. So let's just say that he has kind of like these long, almost like I see, you know those old George Washington days or like the 1800s,
Whoa.
like those kinds of wigs. I just see him with a whole bunch of white hair, just kind of braided backwards and stuff. I don't know, that's what I'm saying at the moment.
Yeah.
And
I like the thick ones. I think he would have thick ones because he's a man.
let's go, yeah, sure, let's go.
He's like, I'm a man, I can make him thick.
Yeah, pretty much. Long, curly, white hair, and he's got some braids within it.
Hell yeah.
High ability, dexterous. He's a dexterous cleric.
Yeah.
Whoa, wisdom! That makes no sense.
Oblivious again. What?
You know what? We're gonna ignore
That
that.
doesn't make any sense.
We're tired of that.
Yes.
We'll just say that he has a high dex and a high wisdom, and we'll talk about the low ability once we look at other things.
Yeah.
And then the talent is he's a skilled dancer. Ooh, he's a good dancer.
Ooh. I love you so hard.
Mannerisms. He speaks loudly. Oh no! Hear me out now.
Hear me out now.
Hear me out.
We need to build him sometime.
I mean,
that'll be our fighter. We'll be building him.
I mean, that's up to you.
Yeah.
Interaction trait. Argumentative.
Listen to me now.
He is a politician. He's a politician.
I mean, it would make sense.
Values. Neutrality. He's neutral. Protective of close families. Captivated by a romantic interest. Of course, he seems like the sexy kind of guy.
I mean, he dances with him.
Pretty
you
well.
know?
His flaw or secret is he enjoys
decadent pleasures.
he just enjoys blowjobs then.
Yeah.
That is just a weird word
really
they put
nice.
in there.
I think they just can't put he enjoys fellatios.
No, pretty much he just likes
enjoys
blowjobs.
Fellatios.
He enjoys having sex.
The fellatio.
We have already gone over he is of the nature domain.
Oh yeah.
How he, and I love every single part of this. It goes over shit.
It's just great.
Temple. Acolytes of several like-minded deities all received instructions together in your temple. Keepsake. A metal-bound book that tells how to hunt and destroy infernal creatures.
Being an infernal creature himself.
That's so cool, man. Become a cleric because I used to serve in my religious bureaucracy, but found I needed to work in the world to bring the message of my faith to the darkest corners of the land. He's such a good guy.
I will eradicate all evil.
Except he is. No, that actually makes no sense. We'll see what that is afterwards. But that would make no sense given that.
No.
That would make the most sense right there. Sorry, we're just looking ahead. Sorry, my bad. Apparently there's a variant tiefling? Because that is Hellfire.
Yeah.
So the variant tiefling of Despater, he has a human heritage of... I'm not even going to try that.
Let's just say human.
Yeah, he's got human heritage, which makes sense.
He's part human because he's a tiefling.
Age 56, height 5'9", weight 158 pounds. He has white eyes, red skin. No, we've already said he's got white hair, not black.
Yeah,
white hair, and he has ram-like horns.
Oh,
he also has forked tongue and forked tail.
Forked tongue and forked tail.
Yeah, so that's
an interesting one.
He has the mercenary veteran background. I enjoy being strong and like breaking things. Responsibility. I do what I must and obey just authority. I would still lay down my life for the people I served with. I obey the law, and even if the law causes misery. So that makes sense, given his background.
Yeah.
Hey, hey,
hey.
I am a politician of my land.
You are punished. You are punished.
As far as his life goes, his birthplace was the home of a healer or a midwife. Parents, one parent was tiefling and the other was human.
Yep.
Makes sense. His parents abandoned him. Every D&D character has had some sort of bad thing with their parents.
I mean, they have to in order to make a tragic story.
Right. Family lifestyle, comfortable. Childhood home mansion.
Ooh, and then they abandoned his ass.
In a mansion.
They were like, you suck.
He has some riches for you. I had a few close friends and lived in an ordinary childhood.
I think that is all of them. I just think that they just put that there, and that is it.
He has two sisters, one named Eprit, who is also a tiefling, and is a farmer and a hoarder, alive and successful and friendly to him, and is older. Another older sister, who is an artisan, alive, but doing poorly due to injury, financial trouble, or relationship difficulties, and friendly.
That's nice.
Man, you guys are rich as helper. Supernatural event in his life. He's had a supernatural event. You saw a portal that you believe leads to another plane of existence. He just like,
what the hell is this?
and you just see it, like,
Whoa! I gotta see that again.
how did that happen? You did something that brought terrible shame to you in the eyes of your family.
Oh, that's why he was abandoned.
You might have been involved in a scandal, dabbled in dark magic, or offended someone important. The attitude of your family members towards you becomes indifferent at best, though they might eventually forgive you. You made an enemy of a warlock. You made friends with a fighter.
Whatever number indicates that you are blamed for the rift.
That is an odd way of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So basically what they're saying is if you have an enemy, you roll a d6.
See if you're blamed or
if it's
blameless.
That's a good way of going about it. He has a trinket.
I would just say that he was blamed for the rift, and I would tie that into the tragedy that he had.
And also
dabbled in dark magic.
I think he dabbled in dark magic, and now
being a bureaucrat, it would make sense.
Mm-hmm. And then something really bad happened to his family, and they decided to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still trying to do what's best for the land instead of.
He's probably trying to redeem himself by going on a holy venture.
Potentially.
Yeah. Trinkets.
A whistle made from gold-colored wood. Interesting. But this character is very interesting.
He is definitely an oddball.
I like oddballs.
Yeah. Okay.
Oddballs are cool.
Yeah.
We got our nature going.
Let's play it out.
I will play the cleric.
Jama. He
Yes.
was very much so into dabbling into the courts and bureaucracy and having a play in the land and how the rulings were fell, and many times he had to, sadly enough, put his friends and possible business associates to jail. He did it with ease, knowing that once the law was broken, you are deemed a criminal, and you can be no more as such. But one day he was contacted by a very mysterious fella cloaked in black drab. He came to him with a telling, with a prophecy, or maybe just a humble request. But this person in disguise all along was something otherworldly. Maybe a pixie playing a trick, or maybe a fae out for his position. Either way, they tricked him into taking a deal that would further promote him into becoming a more powerful being in as far as politicians go. So he essentially almost nearly sold his soul for power. Upon doing so, one day throughout in the middle of town, in fact, a giant portal ripped open in the land, tearing into the eternal abyss, where creatures, unbeknownst to them, pulled out, which were then dispatched after months of battle and turmoil. He knew what he did. He one day confessed to his father, telling him what happened. And after this occurred, he was banished and forgotten. He went out in search for answers, which he found in nature itself. He came across a very powerful elk that he just thought at first was a wounded creature, which he then mended back to life, nursing it and taking care of it for months upon months. The creature then spoke to him in a tongue that he knew, bestowing upon him great powers. And from there, he knew what he must do. He went out into the world, and he brandished his own source of justice, trying to redeem himself from what he did, spreading democracy throughout the land in a better fashion, hoping to one day redeem himself and fall back into the good graces of his parents. How his journey ends, nobody knows. And that was remember it was 105.5E.
Yeah, that's it.
Coming at you live.
That was really good, man.
Yeah.
It weaves so well together.
They just make it so easy to read and just forge together. Oh, sorry, I forgot the keepsake. So the creature, this elk, gifted him this eternal book, that to hunt and defeat infernals that were either placating people and manipulating them. Probably the same one that manipulated him. In fact, I left out that very big one. That was my mistake.
It's all good. It's all good. I mean, it's.
But that's Jama for you.
He's a great guy.
He's a great guy. He's a cool man.
All he's doing is just trying to redeem himself.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's just.
I already feel for the guy.
I really do too. I feel like for me, before we get into building clerics, I feel like the two classes that are the most can have the most intensive storytelling and can weave together so well are both warlock and cleric, because they're both depending on this thing that gives them power. One a god, one potentially a god. But I feel like clerics they're just so interesting because the way they do their magic is just so different than anybody else.
Yeah. They channel their power through their god itself. That's literally the power of animating God at my side. At that point, you literally
that. It's literally that.
You take your holy symbol and you cast spells through it.
So good, man. That was really good. Alright, so before we get too much into it, I'm just going to go ahead and delete
I mean, what? How could you delete out of people to delete
Yep. So
that's just offensive, bro.
I would say he has high charisma. Before we get into the thing, I'm looking at the normal stats. I would say that he has high charisma. We already said he had high dex. And he has a wisdom. So it will be the three stats that we're looking to make good on this character are charisma, wisdom, dex. Obviously, wisdom comes number one because that is the spell casting modifier for your cleric class.
So it scales off of your wisdom.
Pretty much.
They have a D8. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong. I'm looking at Druid, guys. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Let me turn to the right flipping page. I was thinking about the whole time. That's why. So I got really distracted.
He's the Spader, right?
Wait, what?
The Spader, right? The subrace.
Yeah, Hellfire, Dissipator. I don't know. There's the variant. I know there's a variant in the book that I never looked at because no one ever uses variants.
Mercenary veteran. Mercenary veteran too, right?
Yeah.
Just making sure. All right, cool. So he does get a +1 to Dex and +2 to Charisma, which is helpful to us for what we're trying to build. So we'll use simple by, or point by, not point by, but simple, the standard array. So 15, we're going to go ahead and put that into our Wisdom. We're going to go ahead and put 14 into our Dex. And then 13 can go into our Charisma. And then we have to choose which one it's not necessarily good for him. Do you think you don't see him as a strong character, do you? Well, actually, I do see him. He has. I think he would have decent muscles.
I think intelligence would probably be the thing that he would probably just have as base.
And then Constitution. You think
Constitution would probably be the dump. I feel like
we have to have a dump stat.
I feel like it would be strengthened. Honestly,
that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, being a bureaucrat, you're probably not all that muscular.
And then there we go. So we have an 8 in strength, a 14 in dex, but it will turn into a 15. Constitution's going to be a 12, intelligence 10, wisdom 15, and our charisma will be a 15 because we put the 13 there with a +2. And those are our base stats with this character.
Aye, Capitan.
All right, so we have our proficiencies, which is our... I think religion would definitely be something he's in. History would be big for him.
Bureaucrat, bro.
History, insight, medicine, or religion. I think religion as well. History and
definitely religion. History and religion. If he can get persuasion with mercenary.
I think I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember what they get as. They'll tell me.
Yeah.
Once I get through it.
Exactly.
So as a nature. Oh man, we're gonna get into so much now. Clerics are so cool. I mean, I think people automatically put it into, well, that's just lame. Why would you want to play a cleric? Healing is lame. I mean, like, no, it's not. It comes if you look at it from a storytelling perspective.
Yeah, it's a very interesting one.
It's really awesome. And also, if you think that's lame, that's on you. I think clerics are one of the coolest classes out there.
But I think the problem with D&D is many campaigns don't end up going to late game. So they always look at early game.
In early game, it's lame.
Yeah.
That's the idea, though. You're supposed to be weak and then grow strong.
Yeah, but I mean, once again...
nature or animal handling? Because we get either nature, animal handling, or survival.
nature just because he's a nature. Honestly, I would just...
Instead of animal handling, just nature?
If he can get both, then yeah.
He gets one skill.
One?
I would say animal handling.
So wait, from being a mercenary?
A nature.
Oh, from being just from... Oh, okay, yeah, the nature.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Okay. And then his name is, I forgot already.
Jaman Nalambar.
That's all I need. I just need the first name.
Jamar.
And there we go. We will now go over Cleric itself. But before that, we're going to go ahead and plug our fucking show. We also have a show called AC2 High, and we're running the Tal'Dorei campaign, which is Matt Mercer and Critical Role's setting.
Matt Mercer!
And he put out a setting a while ago, and we're just running that setting in that world, and it's just an alternative campaign that we're running. We weren't expecting to run that campaign, but since we're just kind of going balls to the walls with it, and we're having a lot of fun. So if you want to check that out, we'll look it up on any podcast
There's
site.
a whole bunch of hilarity ensuing. It's just all over the place. You guys are gonna love it. I love it. You love it. What did you just said you subscribed because of it? Wow. Thank you.
That's awesome.
That's just thank you. Thank you. Oh my God, thank you.
If you want to know about spellcasting, check out our second episode where we go over everything about spellcasting. So that's the first thing they get. You're able to cast spells from your god.
Ooh, oui. Sugoi desu
You obviously get a divine domain, which is our nature domain cleric. And as a nature domain cleric, each cleric gets a certain amount of spells that are added to your list. So, at first, you do learn that you can choose one druid cantrip. As a nature domain
makes sense.
Cleric, you can make and you get the first level spells Animal Friendship and Speak with Animals. I mean, it works with where we're going with it, right?
That makes sense, man.
Mm-hmm.
Get that animal, animal stuff. Animal stuff. Animal stuff.
as any cleric has, they get this thing called Turn Undead, right? Every cleric gets Turn Undead.
Undead.
Yeah. As an action, you can present your holy symbol and speak a prayer centering the undead. Each undead that you can see or hear within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw. If the creature fails its saving throw, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes damage.
That means Gelmon.
A turned creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away as you can from it. Simple as that.
Yeah. Yeah.
We will get into the nature domain, but we're going into the cleric stuff, and then we'll go into nature domains.
Yeah, all that beefiness.
At level 5!
Level 5!
The cleric gets Destroy Undead. Destroy Undead is when an undead fails its saving throw against your Turn Undead feature. The creature is instantly destroyed if its challenge rating is at or below a certain threshold, as soon as in the Destroy Undead table.
So it scales. At 5th level, it's 1/2 CR. 8th level, 1 CR. 11th level, 2 CR. 14th level, 3 CR. 17th level, 4 CR. 4 CR. 4 CR. Yeah.
And there you go. It just turns your Turn Undead into Destroy Undead.
Destroy Undead. So it's a combination of both. It was really good, honestly.
Really, really good. At 10th level, you get Divine Intervention.
Ooh.
You can call on your deity to intervene on your behalf when your need is great. Employing your deity's aid requires you to use your action. Describe the assistance you seek and roll percentile die. If you roll a number equal to or lower than your cleric level, your deity intervenes.
So basically, you get a 10% chance for your deity to literally step in and say, I'm handling this.
Hell no!
Destroy all the undead around you. So that's a very unique trait. And no other class gets anything like that. You literally call forth your deity to rain down hell upon thine enemies. I mean, what more could you want? You literally just ask the DM, like, hey DM, you put us in a difficult spot. Can you get us out of this? And DM is like, well, you gotta roll for that percentage. I don't know if I'll help you.
And then Chris rolls and gets a 1%.
Yep.
That still blows my mind, man. Either way, your level 20th ability is that when you do the Divine Intervention, automatically succeeds.
Hey, DM, help me out here. Help me out. Help me.
Help me out now.
Help me.
Please
Help
help.
me. That, once again, I don't really know what more you can ask for. I mean, you just...
It's really stupid and I love it.
Yeah, but most of your traits that you get are literally from your feature. As far as the meat of this class goes, it's a cleric. It is meant for a heal bot. It's meant for you to follow a story. You're not going to get a whole bunch of things that'll allow you to do anything else but that. You're asking for a good story if you're playing a cleric. So,
and for me, that's what I love in D&D. I love good storytelling and being able to be a part of the grand adventure.
yeah, I mean, if you're not looking for that, shame on you.
You should think harder on why you're playing.
Yeah, I mean, I just always see it as just play to have fun, you know. But a lot of people are min-maxers.
It is what it is with that.
It is.
Okay, so I went over certain spells that you get. So I will go ahead and name off all the spells. At 3rd level, you get Bark Skin and Spike Growth.
Bark, bark.
At 5th level, you get Plant Growth and Wind Wall.
Bark, bark.
At 7th level, you get Dominate Beast and Grasping Vine.
Dominate Beast.
And at 9th level, you get Insect Plague and Tree Strike. Can I get Insect Plague as Bud, please?
No. I mean, you could have went Cleric. Because my Cleric in that one, you got a whole bunch of stupidness.
How long has it played?
No.
It's a druid spell.
No. I'm sorry, friend.
No!
No! How dare you!
You're just being an idiot. At first level, you also gain proficiency with heavy armor as a nature.
Heavy ass armor.
As a nature cleric.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting. Heavy armor as well.
Oh, yeah.
And
Who charm the pants off of animals and plants.
as your channel divinity. Each subclass gets a channel divinity as well, which can
They get it at first level. Oh,
second level.
so good.
Second level.
So good. First level. They actually get it first level.
So starting at second level, you can use your.
Yeah, that thing at second level, but you get your subclass first level.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
Really good.
that's what I was saying.
All right, I get it now.
Yeah.
You can charm animals and plants. As an action, you present your holy symbol and invoke your name of your deity. Each beast or plant creature that can see you within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw. If the creature fails the saving throw, it is charmed for you 1 minute.
That means after that minute, all 20 of those wolves
Will come after you.
Yes.
Terrible.
But by the time, I really hope that you guys have made headway.
Left.
I know there's 20 wolves here, but I think we can fight. We can take them on. There's always that one guy.
Yep. Why the fuck are we doing it?
You can fight them, bud. Come on.
Dampen elements you get at 6th level.
Ooh, dampen.
You or a creature within 30 feet of you takes acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage. You can use your reaction to grant resistance to the creature against that instant of the damage.
So I just want to say that it really fits well with a if you have a rogue in the party. I mean, not a rogue, sorry, a ranger in the party. Or in a druid. I really just feel like all of this, like if you really want an outdoorsy campaign,
This would be great.
druid, ranger, that'll just be like a really good mix between the three, and I can see them clashing very well with one another. I can charm the plants off of animals. I mean, the animals off of plants.
Man, you take acid damage, you can literally be like, no.
No, I don't like that.
No
And
acid
it's
damage.
infinite.
Yep.
There's no real prerequisite aside from burning your reaction.
Yep. It just says you can use a reaction all the time.
Yeah, so
D&D doesn't have limits a lot of the times, which is ridiculous. I love
for
it.
certain things, many certain things.
A lot of it doesn't have. Okay, 8, you get Divine Strike. You gain the ability to infuse your weapon strikes with divine energy. Once on each of your turns, when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can cause the attack to deal an extra 1d8 cold, fire, or lightning damage.
This really plays into the fact that you are controlling nature in and of itself.
It's so cool,
You're
man.
harnessing the power of nature like to its core.
Clerics are so cool, man. I like the fact that they have so many. To be honest, there's like 11 different subclasses for cleric, and I think all of them have their uses. Some of them are just lame.
It's
but-
like cleric. Cleric is the fighter version of a wizard. You want a wizard that can fight? You probably play a cleric.
Essentially.
You get to be a bit more upfront if you want to.
And finally, at 17th level, you gain the ability to command animals and plant creatures. While creatures are charmed by your charm animals and plant creatures, you can take a bonus action on your turn to verbally command what each of those creatures will do.
I just literally see like this character just charging in with like a pack of wolves, just decimating the enemies.
It's so cool.
And once again, this plays really well to an outdoor campaign. If you're really not having an outdoor campaign, I don't full on suggest this.
Say that you're in the Feywild.
Having Feywild creatures on your side would be the wildest dream ever. But they really need to make a Fey campaign setting.
They do, because that's the best.
Because now we have a Avernus that is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
but we need a Feywild one. The Feywild has been around just as long as the Underdark
It really
and,
has.
and everything else. I mean,
It just hasn't been explored.
no, I would love to see that. Honestly, that would be. I feel like the Feywild has a lot to offer.
It's fantastic. It's just fantastic, man.
Yes, come on, guys.
You guys can do it.
You guys can do. I believe in all of you. Come on.
So after that, there is nothing else. That is
Yep,
that is
that's-
what this character can do.
That's your meat.
And
That's your meat
obviously
chunk.
you get spells. You can create your spell list and you can take your spells off and put your spells on. You can choose your spells each day as a cleric. You can literally choose your spells. So you don't necessarily know them, you just choose them. And you go into battle with those amount of spells. After every long rest, you can just change them out. If you want.
Yeah, Deity's like, so hello. I want. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna learn that. Okay,
Super fun.
that's super good. That's powerful.
And that is, I believe, Cleric, right?
I believe that's Cleric. Yeah, they can ritual cast though, guys. Just putting it out there. Yep, you can scry upon thine enemy. I will scry upon my enemy. I will summon a familiar that looks just like me. Why?
Because he's cool and fun and stupid.
That's gross. That's kind of scary. Like, what is he gonna look like? Like a deterrent apple? Yeah. You know what, guys? I think we're done for today. I think you guys are done for today too. And you know what? That's fine. Cause you know we're gonna have some coffee, and you guys are gonna subscribe to our content. You guys are gonna like this content, and I know you're gonna comment and tell us, "Oh, guys, you're doing the greatest. You're doing it so freaking well, so freaking well. I love you guys." And then afterwards, you're just gonna be like, "Man, I have to toll off the bells so that I get more future, upcoming commentary." Huh.
I attacked the DM.
You miss, cause my AC is too high.
It's not.
Yeah, it is. It's 99.
I'm looking at
It's
your
90.
I'm looking at your stats.
I don't have a stat screen. I have infinite possibilities.
I'm looking at your stat screen.
As a DM, I have
You have
infinite possibilities.
2 AC.
I have infinite possibilities. It misses. Misses.
Alright.
Yeah. If you guys want to not miss anything, definitely toll the bell. You know, and have some coffee. Have some dragon coffee specifically.
Thank you guys for listening to 105.5 E.
105.5 E.
Whoa, dude, don't fucking
No, they
do it.
like it when I speak sweet music ASMR into their ear holes.